guys, I guess I'm back. As you see, what I'm doing is something that most girls commonly do, and unfortunately it destroys their emotions. We're going to go ahead and get into the topic of video number 3, that you can't let things like those numbers control your emotions. Now, when I say emotional control, better put would probably say, how do you control emotions? You don't. You have no control over them, except for when you're sad, cry. When you're happy, laugh. When you're mad, get angry. It's okay, it's healthy. You're expected to have these emotions, and you're expected to have these feelings. To hold them in is not healthy. To hold them in only creates complete chaos in your life, and really it tears you apart. I just recently learned to not bottle in my emotions and to let them out. Thankfully, I did learn that it's okay to go sit in your bedroom and cry alone. That once you've let the tears flow, you start to feel better. But not crying is where things become very unhealthy and very dangerous. Now, I talk about the word control. Now, I don't use that word very loosely because it's a very hard word to swallow. How exactly do you control something that has so much of an effect on your life? Well, the answer is you don't. You let it be what it is. You're normal. You're absolutely 100% normal for feeling sad when something bad happens, or for feeling angry when somebody pisses you off, or getting really happy and overly excited because something really good happens. It doesn't mean you're crazy because you're sad. It doesn't mean that anything's wrong with you either. It just means that you don't feel things maybe quite as you would think are normal. That does not mean that they're not. Everybody has these emotions. Now, back to the word control. How is a way you can control from getting too sad to the point to where you harm yourself? This is a common problem for self-harmers. I recommend things like wearing a rubber band on your wrist. Instead of hurting yourself, go ahead and pop that little rubber band. Just a nice little pop goes a very long way. Do things like start a diary. Doesn't hurt. Start a web blog. Start a journal. Anything. Text yourself. There's the one. I've actually learned that texting myself sounds very strange, but when you receive your own message, you see visually how you feel, and you look at your own emotions a lot differently. For instance, if you're sad because your boyfriend broke up with you, send yourself a little message, whether it be a Facebook message or whether it be an email or a real text message, telling yourself why you're so upset, what's going on with you that's hurting so bad. When you receive your own message and you read your own words, it's a lot different of a feeling inside than just rereading something you have sent someone else. Not only that, but you feel like you've gotten those emotions out in a healthier way than self-harm. It is going to be very, very hard to handle certain emotions, and I'm not going to say it's easy because it's not. That would be lying, and one thing I'm never going to do is lie to you guys. The best way I can say to handle and or have emotional control probably would have to be talk. Just talk. Go talk to yourself in the mirror. Go do things like play with your hair or listen to music. Try to avoid sad music when you're sad. I know it's easy to veer in that direction because a lot of people say music speaks to them, and it does. Music speaks to me as well. But listening to a sad song when you're sad is only going to make you more sad. Listening to an angry song when you're angry is only going to make you more tempted to act violent upon yourself and or others. I'm going to go ahead and back up a little. Again, this is for my section of self-harm. I love you all. You're all very beautiful. Letting yourself cry does not make you ugly. Letting yourself cry does not make you weak. It does not show weakness. It shows that you have a way to control yourself, because you're no longer going to hurt yourself. Cry. Let it out. Let the tears fall while you're crying. Go ahead and keep a journal of why you're crying. Every time you have one of these major emotions, go ahead and jot it down. It's not going to hurt. Keep an emotional diary. Start speaking up. Speak up loudly. If any of y'all need help finding any sort of resources, let me know. I have no problem looking them up, helping you find them, anything of the sorts. My personal therapy to control my emotions happens to be a dog. I found a companion, one that doesn't turn me away, one that cuddles me when I'm sad and licks my face when I'm crying. Dogs are therapy too, but you can find therapy in many things without having to go open up into a mental institution or things of the such. You can sit there and just simply have a conversation with an old friend. You don't have to go into detail with these people of exactly what is going on. If you feel that the time is right for you to talk up about it, go for it. And certain people will have negative feedback, but let that make you stronger. Don't let it hurt you. Because when you realize you're the better person for not casting judgment upon others, is when you are becoming more beautiful and you are learning to control all these things. Eventually, you don't become numb to it, but you become like a brick wall to it. It doesn't bother you anymore. As you saw me get on my scale, that's where I have problems with controlling my emotions. Dealing with things like weight. I've come a very, very long way and I'm still trying, but every time I look at those numbers on the scale, I can't say that I'm not sad. It hurts, but it's okay, because I know there's things I can do to fix that. If you continue to hurt yourself or self-harm, you're not going to be able to fix that. You're only making the situation worse. Like I said, there's outlets. There's absolute outlets. Listen to some Weird Al music. Nobody can be sad listening to Weird Al. Sit there and, like I told you in my last video, come up with a list of good things about yourself. When you start to point out all those negativities on yourself and listen too hard about what other people have to say to you, that's when reality starts to slip away and you let their words, their misconceptions of you become your reality. Those things aren't real. Don't you believe that they're real. You're beautiful. You're absolutely beautiful, and you were made to be exactly how you are. You have a purpose. Don't lose sight of that, ever. Make sure that you talk. Make sure that you write, sing, play an instrument, go play outside, go for a walk, anything, going fishing. I love fishing. It's absolutely a means of peace and serenity. In such a chaotic world, everybody needs a chance for peace and quiet. Not everybody can find those. Something as simple as going and taking a bath can calm your emotions and or control your out of control emotions very quickly. Sit in a hot shower. Go ahead and let the tears fall as the water falls. It's okay. Once that shower's over and the tears are gone, you'll feel a million times better. Don't let your emotions control you. You need to control your emotions. Remember that, because once you keep letting your emotions control who you are, that's when things get messy, guys, and things go too far. That's a whole other subject that we'll eventually get to. Don't you worry about that. Just remember, smile. Stop letting others affect you. You are perfect the way you are. Even when people have things like abusive households, there's always people to talk to. There's always somewhere to go. Go to a friend's house. Go hang out with a buddy. Go walk your dog. Who doesn't love good puppy kisses? I do. Make sure that you stay in control of yourself and your own life. Don't let others control you. I hate that word, control, because it's used so loosely. Everybody can have control. It seems hard to realize that you can have control, but you've got it. You've got this. You're strong. Stay strong. Stay beautiful. Don't let others' judgment be what controls your whole life. Or else then you're letting the whole world's outer ugliness affect your inner beauty. And that's when things get messy, guys. And I don't want to see anything happen to any of my beautiful friends. I love you all. Remember, you're more than welcome to email me from my YouTube channel. Chit chat with me on here. However you need to speak out on me, I'm here for you. I'm a friend for you to talk to. I actually just uploaded a new picture to my Google Plus account. I hope that helps you. You're all so beautiful in your own individual ways. And always remember, what other people think about you, who cares? What you think about yourself is what really matters. So I hope that helps with the emotional control issue. If it doesn't, let me know. Maybe I can give you some more tips and pointers on things I've done. There's long lists. I've been dealing with it for a long time, guys. I finally have the guts to speak up. Eventually, one day you will too. So just remember, it gets better. Don't think it doesn't. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world until it's the end of the world. Unfortunately, people think that they have the option to decide when is and is not the end, and that's not right. Who are we to play God? We're not going into religion, I'm sorry. That's not a decision we should be able to make for ourselves. Again, a whole nother subject. Just remember, don't let those silly numbers, other people's words, other people's harmful actions, and or your day-to-day routine affect how happy you really can be right here. That's your true beauty. This right here. Not what everybody else thinks. Just because you might be overweight or have messed up teeth or not the perfect hairstyle or God forbid your fingernails don't grow the right way or anything. Come on, guys. That does not need to control your emotions. What needs to control your emotions is you, and only you. So never lose sight of that. Catch you next time. It's Erica. Bye, guys.